Plenty of sunshine to go around as we go through the rest of your Monday, but it is going to be a little windy at times, especially to the southeast. Everybody also getting in on a cool day, especially by mid-August standards. Mid-70s, maybe near 80 the further west you go in a couple of areas, but still, this is not bad considering the alternative. Everybody, I think, gets in on a pretty cool and comfortable night, and everybody can really agree that this isn't a bad sight either. 50s for everyone. We'll talk about the rest of your 7-day forecast coming up, but Midday in KELOLAND starts right now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, Midday in KELOLAND.
This midday, we look at the local response to help people impacted by deadly wildfire on the island of Maui. Plus, how many...
Maui's response is now under investigation. I'm Jessica Cartalia. The latest from Maui coming up.
Good afternoon. A Hartford chiropractor accused of having a sexual relationship with a teenage girl whom he was treating returned to court this morning. Less than an hour ago, Joel Martins was arraigned on 17 charges, including 2 counts of rape. Martins appeared with his attorney and was wearing black and white stripes. The judge entered a not guilty plea on his behalf. Martins will be back in court on Wednesday for a bond hearing. Also new, an arraignment date is set for 6 Mitchell baseball players facing rape charges. According to new filings online, the 17, 18, and 19-year-old suspects are scheduled to appear in court on October 3rd. As of today, all 6 suspects are out on bond. Hudson Haley and Landon Waddell, who faced the most charges, both had to come up with $7,000 cash. According to court documents, they're both accused of having 2 different victims. The other suspects each had to pay $5,000 cash. The alleged crimes happened earlier this year in Pennington County when Mitchell's varsity Legion team was out of town for a tournament. Authorities say there are also juveniles accused in connection with the investigation, but details on their cases are not being released. As much of KELOLAND experienced rain this past weekend, viewers in southwestern Minnesota saw a tornado move through their community. Brooklyn Grote sent us this video of a tornado that touched down near her farm near Kinbray, Minnesota, around 8 o'clock yesterday evening. This video has been sped up to show the entirety of the tornado. Well, turn to weather. It's a pleasant day this Monday, but as we progress through the week, it's going to be warmer. It's become outright hot before too long, right, Adam?
Yeah, if you like fall conditions and fall previews, today and to a lesser extent tomorrow are going to be for you. If you're not quite ready to go to fall yet, then you're basically going to like everything else. But I think everybody can agree, this is a great shot from our camera in Huron, just some fair weather clouds above, north wind at 13 miles per hour, 70 in Beetle County, and a very comfortable 70 at that. We'll head downtown with the Washington Pavilion front and center, 72 at the airport, but it's a windy 72, that north wind sustained at 22 miles per hour. The bullseye is clear up in northeastern South Dakota, where we had reports of multiple inches of rain over the last 24 hours. We did get some extra rain here in Sioux Falls, officially at the airport just from midnight tonight, 0.14 inches of rain. We had 1/100 of an inch here and there a little bit before the midnight hour. But either way, beyond a very isolated sprinkle this afternoon, we are going to be done with rainfall for the next several days. We're also going to be done with these cooler temperatures after we get through Monday as well. 70 Mitchell as well as Yankton, 73 for Phillip, Pierre and Rapid City at 71 apiece, Aberdeen 72 along with Sisseton. But take a look at Worthington, 59 degrees for the lunch hour, 64 in Spencer. The wind is making its presence known, especially for basically the southeastern half of the region, with sustained winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And we have seen some higher gusts, upward of 30 or so miles per hour in a couple of areas. In fact, a recent gust of 30 was reported at the airport. So we really don't have a whole lot of anything else to go on today. Some very small little spits of moisture in the extreme eastern portion of the area. And again, beyond a very isolated shower, we're going to be dry, albeit windy through the rest of the day. Highs peak in the mid-70s in southeastern KELOLAND, even some upper 60s toward Worthington and Spencer. To the northeast, more of the same, mid-70s, plenty of sunshine, but not as much of a breeze. Still going to be a very nice day to get outside if you can. Out west, forecast mid-70s to around 80, slightly above that toward Buffalo. Again, not as much of a breeze as their southeastern counterparts, but still plenty of sunshine to go around. Heat, though, is coming back, and once it gets here, it's sticking around for a little while. More on that in your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Adam. Hundreds of teachers in the Sioux Falls School District started orientation and training this morning at Jefferson High School. 80 of the district's teachers are new to the profession and received a $200 grant from the Sioux Falls Public Schools Education Foundation. The dollars are theirs to use as they see fit.
Teachers are using those grant dollars to buy bulletins, posters, classroom sets of books, organization kits, puzzles, games, math manipulatives, anything that's going to help their students in the classroom.
We'll hear from a first-time teacher about the grant and starting a career in education later tonight on KELOLAND News. The death toll from last week's deadly wildfires on the Hawaiian island of Maui climbed to 96 people, and officials expect that number to rise significantly as search teams work their way through devastated areas in the coming days. Hundreds of people remain missing, and thousands have been displaced after their homes were reduced to rubble and ash. CBS News' Jessica Cartalia is in Maui, where officials say the wildfires are now 85% contained.
Firefighters on Maui sprayed water on hotspots as they try to contain what remains of the wildfires. National Guard teams with cadaver dogs are helping in the door-to-door search in devastated Lahaina for victims, while hundreds remain missing.
I'm still looking for friends and close family.
The state's governor warns hundreds of bodies may still be found.
We'll find 10 to 20 people per day probably until they finish.
Maui's response is now under investigation. Hawaii has confirmed that the sirens never went off, and the governor says there wasn't much that they could do besides getting people out of harm's way as quickly as possible.
When you see mostly fatalities and very few injuries, that tells you it was a natural disaster. Like if you put a fire truck in the way of the flames that were coming through at 1,000 miles an hour, the fire truck would have been incinerated in addition to the people.
Supplies are being distributed to the thousands of people who are now displaced.
Right behind me, the fire had circled around.
Lahaina resident Craig Bradley captured this video of the fire as he fled his home.
With just ash and red embers hitting everything. I throw my last, thing in the car. I get in, I'm escaping, and two friends are on a motorcycle that won't start, and they're right there. We're gonna get in your car, okay? I was like, yeah.
He says for him and his friends, sharing the trauma is therapeutic, knowing they are not alone. Jessica Cartalia, CBS News, Maui.
Officials estimate the recovery will cost more than $5 billion.